Hi, it's Mulberry Sarah. In Japanese curries, there must always be onions so that the curry will come out sweet tasting. I'm using this kind, the purplish kind, because I don't have the yellow onions. But if you have the yellow kind, please do use them. I think they're better. This purple kind is more suited for Chinese cooking, and I actually hate to deal with them. They leave a very strong smell on my hands, and they're also quite dirty, so after you remove the skin you must wash them, run them under the tap before you cut them out. Actually, I don't know if the blackish things are dirt or it's just their set, but I just don't like it, so I wash them away. Then you gotta peel the pieces apart before you cook them. And the smell is really very strong and my eyes are smarting. I really don't like onions, but I like Japanese curry, so I shall endure. Okay, we're done here now. I'm going to move on to the vegetables. I got rather small potatoes, but I got a rather huge carrot, so I am going to cut up the carrot first, bite size, and if you are cutting them smaller, they actually take a shorter time to cook, so I'll do that. For potatoes, you can go ahead and have them in bigger chunks since they have a tendency to melt or dissolve into the liquid. So this size is about right. On usual days, I will also grate an apple and add it into the curry. But my curry sauce for today is actually the honey and apple curry sauce, so I'm going to omit curry. So we have the vegetables here, and let's start cooking. So I am pouring oil into the cold pan because the sales lady for New Flame told me that I should start with a cold pan, and I will use an onion to spread the oil for me. I should probably use a better tool, but I'm lazy, so this shall do. I've already turned on the heat actually, so it'll take a while. So I'll pour in the rest of the onions. Is anyone using a New Flame or Retro Series board here? Maybe you can share with me on how you do maintenance, because somehow I guess even though with careful maintenance, the coating of the pan doesn't last very long. And I got this from Korea, so it should be the authentic New Flame, right? Okay, let's stir this around. So for Japanese curry, they are not like usual Asian curries. They have everything inside the curry roux. And this is the one I'm talking about, that comes with apple and honey, which is why I'm not adding an apple today. Usually adding apple it is useful to make your curry taste sweeter. I'm going to use half the packet. I'm not sure if it's too much for 2 person, but well, it will be quite hard to keep the blocks of curry. I'll just cook half a block, half a packet, and this is half. Everything will go into the pot later. The onions are done when they are slightly brown, so this is about done, about there. Just mix it around to make sure they are all evenly heated and the vegetables can go in. I'll toss in my carrots and potatoes. Even though the onion look like they are a lot, but after they are thoroughly cooked, they will, or you hardly notice them anyway. So you can go ahead and add a whole head of onion. I'm going to cover it up and let it cook for a while. So I had them covered for 5 minutes. Now I'm going to open up and pour in the necessary liquid. I'm going to use chicken stock. In this case, I'm using Swanson because I do not have chicken stock that I prepare from scratch. I'll use equal parts of chicken stock and equal parts of water in the beginning, and then I'll add another 250 ml of water just before I add in the curry. So the idea of using chicken stock is that you'll get a deeper flavor. It will not be so bland because this is just vegetables. I'm not adding in any meat to this curry or to be cooked in the curry, so I want a more complex flavor. You can definitely use only water as well, but it might be bland. You will need to season with salt and perhaps a little chicken seasoning, so I'll just skip that part and go with the chicken stock, and I'll let it boil for about 15 minutes. Kind of OCD, so I'll always wipe around my stove area even though my dish is still cooking, so bear with me. You want to make sure that when you are ready to open the lid, your vegetables are cooked, because if you keep opening and closing them, you're going to lose moisture and you will have to add in more water along the way. So now I'm going to see if the vegetables are soft. Of course you can add in the curry before they are soft, but because these vegetables take a while to cook, so and after you add in the curry, it's going to get thicker and thicker, so it will be harder to add in water if you need more water. So for mine, the vegetables are cooked. I'm going to add in the curry, even though they are not as soft as the kind you will eat outside. Well, it's not the mushy kind, but it will become mushy if I continue cooking them. It depends on how hard or how soft you want your vegetables to be, and if you have a pressure cooker, this process will definitely be a lot faster, and you can put everything into the pressure cooker and you do not need to check on them. So I stirred in the curry and I'm going to close the lid again. I'll test the flavor first in case it's too salty. I'm going to add in water, but I'll do it later, so I'll just continue cooking for perhaps another 15 more minutes. Now you can see that the curry is clearly starting to thicken. I've added in water earlier, so add another 250 ml. I'll just stir everything and make sure the curry has dissolved, because these things have a tendency to sink to the bottom, even though they look like they have melted based on the color, but some of it sticks to the bottom of the wok, so you need to stir and make sure you don't have bits of curry still inside. And actually the curry has taken it's almost time. Let me taste it. I'll leave it to simmer for a while while I prepare my next item for this dish. Be sure to use room temperature eggs, because if they are cold eggs, it may take a longer time to cook and it will be quite uneven. The edges will get cooked faster, and if you want a smoother texture, you can remove this. And I'm adding milk. If you like, you can also add some black pepper. It's entirely up to you. And I'm going to use a whisk and beat this up. Just make sure they are evenly mixed so that you don't get the egg white patches. I like my egg to have a rather even color, and of course if you don't mix them evenly, the milk is not going to be cooked with the egg properly and there will be excess liquid. So make sure you mix them well. Before you start preparing the egg, you can get your rice ready on the plate, like this. So I'm going to leave the bowl on to shape the rice. I'm not going to edit much of this egg cooking process so that you can see how it's done. However, I'm not a pro at this. I think this is my third or fourth time attempting to make the egg. I'm going to try to flip it later to see if I can fold the egg, but well, we'll see. And again, we are starting with a cold pan. And let the butter melt slowly before we add in the egg. I think I have cut a huge piece of butter here, maybe a bit too big. But in general, for a scrambled egg or any egg kind of thing, the more oil you add, the better your egg will be. Let me spread this around. So I'm using low fire, and you can see that the butter is melting but it's not browning, so I don't want my butter to brown. You can add in the egg gently. the bottom layer is starting to solidify. So at this stage, you can probably start to fold the egg in slowly using a pair of chopsticks. I'm not using a spatula because there's a tendency that the egg will stick onto the spatula. Just gently stir it. The idea is for the uncooked top part of the egg to flow downwards. So as you can see, as you keep stirring, there will be gaps. You just need to move the pan around, fill the gaps with the egg liquid. And actually at this stage, if you don't mind having a flat piece of omelette, you can leave it on the stove and let it cook for a while more and leave the top slightly runny, and you can pour it over your rice. So I'm feeling itchy-handed today, so I'm going to try to flip the egg to see if I can fold it. It's a bit tough. I really have too much oil in this. Okay, I'm not going to succeed. It's very clear. But you want your egg to be cooked well, and have a bit of runniness in it. You don't want to raise salmonella because, well, the eggs here, they are not exactly meant to be eaten raw. So you need to cook them a bit more. I'm clearly not going to succeed, but I'm going to try and make everything evenly cooked anyway. It will still be runny, slightly runny in the middle. If you are going to attempt this, you should use less butter. I was too greedy. I'm sorry. My husband actually prefers his eggs to be firmer, not so runny. So this is the right texture for him. But if you like it more runny, you could have taken it off the fire a while ago. And the longer you leave it in the pan, because the pan is still hot, it's going to make your egg even firmer. So now I'm going to pour the egg onto the rice. So you must always have your rice ready. Okay, I know it's not very pretty, so I'm a noob. Okay, I'm a noob. And now the egg is on the rice. We are going to put curry on the rice. My rice just collapsed. It is definitely not pretty, and there's not enough space on the plate. But well, time to garnish. I'm going to put on some parsley flakes. And if you like, you can add more black pepper, but I'm not going to add them already. And these are seaweed chicken. Because I don't have the chicken karaage to fry. I only have this or chicken nuggets in the fridge, so I went with this. I do recognize that my presentation isn't the best, but I can assure you this is homely comfort food. That's all for today. I'm going to serve this to my husband now. Bye bye.